G'day guys, how's it going? Back in the shed again. We'll flip the head around and get serious. What we're up to, we're going to finish off the rest of the Husky. I am completely over this saw. Husqvarna, I don't know if their new saws are like this. I've worked on some of the chokes, but I mean, that oiler, that's the most stupid idea that I've ever seen on a saw, ever. And I've read about it too on Arbosite, because I was just wondering about the ridiculousness of it. And apparently it doesn't even work when it is set up right anyway. And if it does work, it doesn't work very well. So the whole thing is complete and utter waste of time. Good engineering, Husky. Well done. Man. So, just to get that rant out of the way straight away, that's hopefully going to be my Husky rant for this whole session, because it's just a little, yeah. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's not bag Husky any more than they deserve. But yeah. Yep, let's carry on. Let's just move on. Alright, I think the first thing I'm going to do now is fit up the fuel tank. And let's keep you guys over there. And I'll just let you see things as you go. So, slight remedials. I took this off again to sort the oiler out, the stupidness out. I've got this in there now. I'm not taking it back out. I wanted to do it off camera, and I thought, yeah, I'll just do it, and I'll pull it apart and let you guys see how to do it. It's just so freaking stupid that yeah, maybe if you did it 50 times you'd get good at it. But yeah, nah, not me. I'm not keen. So this is all sitting right in here. So there's a little hook. It goes over the top, not underneath. Okay, that hook into the flippy bit. If you look back on the previous build video about this oiler, just take you off camera with the stand, and I'll show you something else about it as well. So that is this piece here. Alright, so you want to fit this wire through that hole before you do anything. Okay, that's the first part of this oiler. I'm not gonna show you, I'm just gonna talk about it because it's so stupid. And then see that little spline bit there? Wind that into there as far as you can. Okay, and then you can back that out later when this is set. Once that's done, fit all this up. Now this all is held together, the circlip in here, and it's got a little hook underneath there that fits in the right place. Make sure that is in there as well. Alright, I've tried to find something to look at for how this sits on the internet, and this is the closest you'll get. There is no pictures out there. There's nothing as far as I can see, from what I've searched. So I hope this helps you sort of seeing how it all kind of fits together. Okay, and once that's done, then you can sort of, this is supposed to push in and flip up, and sort of locks into place or something. It's not even doing it now. Maybe I've taken the thing too far out, but yeah, oh yeah. So that is it locking into place. Okay, that's it locking into place. That's unlocking. Locking, unlocking. So it's a sort of push, twist, turn thing. And that tightens that, which affects the oiler down in there where that line runs to. You can see I've got the choke in, so that's just a little bung in there, and the choke, so that's ready to connect up to the carb. What else have I done? Oh, I put the flywheel on. Hang on a second. I'll just... sorry about that. I put the flywheel in. I got the pulls back on, so they're all going. You sort of just, they've got a washer underneath them. You sort of just tighten them down enough so that these can still move, and so they've got little wires in there. But if you can avoid taking these out, don't. They're a real prick. Stupid idea having pulls on on a flywheel. Anyway, I suppose that's what they did back then. So that's in there. It's all got some good compression and stuff going on like that. So yeah, we'll put you back on the stand and carry on. Fuel tank. I hope that all made sense. Yeah, I hated it. I hated every minute of it. So over this. I thought it'd be fun building a big Husky, but it's just not worth it. Don't do it. Just stick to stills because they're well engineered. Except for the 019T. That's about it. One saw out of all of the ones they make, as far as I know. So, fuel tank. Oh, what was I going to put on? Oh, that's right. There's a buffer that needs to go on here as well. Where's that buffer? So, here we go. That buffer, this one, goes in there. Alright, so that's all in there, and we'll get the fuel tank on. The fuel tank has 3 screws, 2 sort of fat ones, and a shorter skinny one and a fatter skinny one, and a longer skinny one, sorry. So they all need to go on it. We place this in there. There is 2 things that need to go up in there as well. Might put this like this. Hopefully I can do this. Right. So you guys can sort of see as well. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. So, and there's a rubber bung thing that's supposed to go somewhere as well. Hopefully I'll discover where that goes. This, I don't, by the way, think it's standard to have a washer on the end of this. I think that's been done by someone. Yeah. I wonder if I just can force that through there. So I'm just feeding this. This is the cable. Wow, that's not going to go easy. This is the cable for the I'll just pull this out. That's that cable. I can sort that a bit later. No, it's going in there. So it fits up through a plastic, a rubber grommet. It's too hard to show you, sorry, but there is. You can look up the PDFs and see where that grommet sits and how it sits. That goes up through there, and I'll poke the fuel line up through there later. I wonder if there's a, and this sort of goes in here like that, but I just wonder if there's another grommet sitting on that, another AV mount sitting on the thing. Just going to look. Nope, there's not. It looks like there's another AV mount that's supposed to go in there. there is not. Must be missing, I'm guessing. So there is an AV mount, I think, that's supposed to go into here. That goes right, connects right by the oiler. Just got this resting here. I might try and push that fuel line up through there now, just so it's not too hard later on. So we've got that fuel line in there. I'll show you where they pop up soon enough. And these springy mounty things go in there as well. That's sitting down that front quite well. It's just a bit here that needs to pop into place somehow. Alright, so just we'll give you a tour as soon as I've got it here. That's not going in. Right, so I'll put it in like this. Put it in like that. Push that in. There we go. It's all sitting in now. So that's that fuel tank in there like that. Oh, there is a lower mount on that side. So, oh, it's this other side that doesn't have it. It's missing one. I think it's missing one. Yeah, this saw doesn't have quite everything there, unfortunately. And that's a shame. But never mind. So I'm just screwing those two large top springs to mount now. The big AV mounts. And it's got drop one. Smaller, longer one, I think goes down in here. Just reach down with the scrunch to position it. That just goes like that. Pulls that up tight. Now I had a look for the dogs too. I don't appear to have them. I think Steve must have them. So yeah, sorry about that. Now just check in here, and there's one. One AV mount up in here, and that gets a little fat one in there. I think that's going in. Yep. Sorry, so that goes in there. Oh, and then this smallest short one. Change out the bow again. I really hope Husky have refined their saws past this. Oh, that one's at rock bottom. Oh, it must be a smaller one that goes in there. Must have the wrong one. There is a smaller one somewhere. My box of bits. This one here. So it's quite a small one. Go into this AV mount. There we go. That is that. So yeah, that looks like that's all on. And I'll check that AV mount at the top. No, that's going. So you can see here. I'll move that back a bit. Get a light on it for you. You can see here. Just sorry, trying to get doing everything there. Sorry. Right, you can see here where the fuel line and the throttle cable is poked up through there. Okay, so I'll pull that fuel line out a bit more. Okay, and those go through there like that. No worries. So that's that fuel tank on. Don't have the side cover for this saw either. Won't put the handle on just yet because that will make it'll probably be one of the last things I'll put on. So maybe we do the carb area. Will be cool. So I've just got a couple of screws sitting here. Use for the carb area. I'll just take those out and we'll look at getting this carb on. Now this carb has a couple of gaskets for it. So the first one to go on is between, where is that other part? Yeah, so it's got this mounting plate, right, with that rubber on it, and it gets this gasket in between the cylinder, and that makes sure that remember the impulse line goes in here, so make sure you sit that gasket on that, over that hole, otherwise you'll cover up. That's very important. You don't want to cover up your impulse line at all. And then it gets another round gasket over the top of that as well, sits on there. Okay, and that all gets sandwiched in there. I'll just hang on, I just want to sort out how this carb fits down now. Alright, so I think the carb goes like this. Yeah, because the choke lever's on that side. So you can fit the carb in there now. The choke lever goes on there. Operate the choke there. You can see screws down in here. And then does that mount up? That fits in through there as well. Somehow. maybe we can put this on, but maybe that holds that all together. Sorry guys, learning. Could be quite a long video, just for us. Get to the bits you want to see on how to put this thing together, I guess. It's the best you can do, best advice I could give you here. Right, so that goes on down that way, I think, to hold this down like that. But and then all the, oh, it must all slide through. So this is part of, okay. So the carb mounts into here. Like that, I think. It all goes around there. As it sits like that. Goes like that. Yeah. Okay. So the carb sits around this way, the choke like that on this side, going in. Okay, so you want to have, yeah, that's right. So you want to have that bit to the top, and you want to have your adjustment screws facing out to the left hand side of the starter side of the chainsaw. Okay, and that all fits up in there like that. Then you put your big screws through, and they've got a washer on. This chainsaw build for me is just a case of perseverance, I think. I guess I find it easy with stills because I sort of know what I'm doing, and you know, there's nothing really to nothing that I usually come up against that I'm like, So I guess there's that. But Husqvarna's I don't really have much experience on, and I am grateful for this experience here. Don't get me wrong, and I need to probably maybe work on Husqvarna's more. But man, Husqvarna could do themselves some favours with better engineering, that's for sure. But I'll just stop talking about that. I've got to stop talking about that. What else should we talk about? Oh, I'm looking forward to being back at work tomorrow, out of lockdown. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool indeed. I'm pretty looking forward to that. I cleaned the carb up as well on this. Cleaned everything up. I mean, it was a bit of a mess. Alright, and once these are screwed in down here, there's a couple of bolts that go down and secure this whole thing down as well. Carb up nice and tight on its gaskets. Put these down here. Going down. Yep. Hopefully I've put everything in alright, otherwise I'm going to have to take it all apart again. That would be fun. But hey, we're getting this done. That's what we're about today. Getting the Husky done. It doesn't feel like it's going in too much. You might just back everything off a touch. So that all this can sit right. So maybe do that when you put in this in. Just leave everything sitting up. But make sure, the important bit is that these carb bolts are tightened off first, okay? They have to be first. Don't worry about the ones below. As long as they've found their hole, they're just placeholders for this big aluminium, magnesium air filter monstrosity thing. So that gets tightened in there. Same with that, because you want all your carb and everything sitting right in there. You don't want this these bottom bolts sitting, making your carb sit funny on its gaskets. You want to know that they're tight, because this has room to move in here, but these have to be exactly tight and on there, in there. Right. Okay. So that is that. That is done. You got this as your starter switch. That just pinches in that side bit there. Put it in as square as you can so it just clips in like that, and then it has a small slotted screw that goes down in there, just a little one that goes down and acts as the earth on it. Just down in there. So that's that. Throttle cable should be coming across somewhere. Hook it up to its place, which is in here somewhere. Something doesn't look right there. Something doesn't look right there. I might have to back this all off. There's something that's not sitting right in there. On this side of the saw there is the main throttle of the carb, and it's jammed up against the body of the saw. It needs to be all backed off so I can get it out and have it operating properly, because at the moment it's not working. Probably jammed the throttle open or something, because it looks like it's got the governor screw on it as well for something. Right, so that goes back up there like that, yeah. So just watch that on this side. I'll show you what I mean as you put this in. So that down in there was jammed right down and against that body, and it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be sort of flipped up and around so it can move. So just watch that as you put in the carbon. so I'll tighten that carb back up again. And just making sure that I go this side first, so I can. I'm just holding that screw that I showed you. That's like the must be the chain speed screw. I'm thinking the low ear screw must be. Once again, making sure the carb's done up first before securing these down. Hopefully I don't have to do that again. Okay. Pretty sure that it's meant to go in there somehow. Right. And then this. Right, here are a pair of pliers. Hook this around there. Got the little end of that wire hooks around up into there. Maybe that goes, maybe you're supposed to do this before you put the saw in there. To be honest, this is so boogy. Oh wow. That just pulled straight off there for some reason. That washer, that boogie washer thing that was on there, just pulled straight off there. I'm just going to take it off for now. I think this goes down that side. Start. Sort of reaching in from the side. I'll show you guys soon. That's really difficult. Rusty screwdriver to come in now. Got it in there. Got it in there. And it's doing absolutely nothing. It's supposed to go right up and around there. I might take this carb out and fit this while I'm doing it, because it's too hard to get in there. It's another thing I didn't realise. Mickey Mouse stuff, wires. What are cables doing being used in saws? I'm only saying it because I don't understand it. Like, as in, I'm not meaning I don't understand why they did this. I don't understand how it goes together. If I knew, then it'd be easier and that would be a lot more fun, I guess. Hopefully this is one of the last sort of tricky bits. But as again, I should have paid more attention when I was taking it apart, but I didn't. That's just the way it is. Like I said, fast forward to the bits that give you the most value. It's just going to be a long video of me fiddling around, really. Okay, so that's that one off. I think it's supposed to go over the top. I think it's a little bit more annoying because I've got a feeling that some of these bits that are in here aren't really supposed to be there. And they're sort of just things that hold it in place because it's a bit broken maybe or something. But if I pull that does nothing. It looks like it's sitting in the right place. Unless it's not supposed to sit that way, unless it's supposed to come around another way. It looks like it's supposed to go up through there though. Come down. Down through there, unless this is not supposed to fit up the top there. It comes around up the bottom. part of it. I'm going to go with that. Yeah, this comes underneath, and out through there like that maybe. This is going to be a terrible video, guys. Terrible Huskies. I'm blaming Husky, but it's me not knowing. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. Alright, that wraps right around there like that, I think. Right. That had a bit more of a positive feel to it. Okay, got that there. Put that gasket back. Push that back. Oh. I'll stir out the gasket. I guess the bummer about it, my videos is that I don't edit them, so you know, you get this kind of fiddling around stuff, me being a wally. Guess that's just the way it goes. But see, that doesn't move that at all either. Man, that's why I've seen better days, eh? It's definitely sitting like it looks like it's supposed to be like that. If I take that out again, I have a weird idea. That all those things, where is it, this thing included, are supposed to sit up on here. So that's supposed to go through there somehow. So all this was done so you could get tension, I'm guessing. Alright. Goes up there. goes in there. That sits up there. So that gives it good tension. Doing that. And that all sits like that. Boom, got it. So those things were to give this tension, those little extra washers and stuff that I don't think are supposed to be there because something's missing, something's broken. So that makes it harder for me when I'm trying to figure stuff out as well. Get that gasket out of there. There's a couple of things on this saw that's been a bit like that. Like, one, you know, me not knowing what the frick I'm doing on a Husky. Two, things are sort of a little bit broken, like not 100% on the saw, and it's just a little bit boogy. Don't you dare come off. Sometimes wonder, I know I'm going to start bagging Husky again, but sometimes wonder if Husky had like come along after Still and thought, man, we could make some chainsaws too. But Still had already taken all the good engineering ideas, or come up with them. So Husky are like, oh, we can't do this like Still, because we're not allowed to. But we'll just do it another weird way. That's what I sometimes wonder. Because I've worked on the earlier stills like the 090, you see my videos on that, and they're even more simpler than this is. And the oiler pumps are really all driven by impulses, like the carb from the engine of the saw, and it's just fantastic. Actually, I'll just back that off, get those other two screws in there. So yeah, that's so basically this cable just goes straight around and hooks into, you'll see a little hook. This goes straight down and hooks into the area on the throttle for it. And that's all free in there. Alright, tighten up the carb. Yeah. So glad when this saw's over. Wow, I'll be glad. Be nice if it runs too. Hasn't got the biggest, like, it's got compression, but like for 120cc saw, it's like, you know, I spin the flywheel on my 4.6 and it just about flipping smashes my fingers to bits. This is just like thboop. I don't know if that's just because it's low in compression for some reason, like because it's an older model, or I don't know. But that there, That's all beautiful. I wonder if that can just... No, it'll pull it all around. No, I won't do that. I'm just going to sit up like that, I guess. Somehow. I think that's just how it goes. Right, unless we find some special place to put it. So that's all done. That very long process is done, but we've still got to hook in that choke, which I think goes in. Does it go on this one? So I'll go on this one, I think. And we may have to loosen everything off to get it in there as well. Yeah, it goes in that one. Okay. Hopefully just a bit. How many times can I take off this car bolts? 50 million. It's got another thing over here as well, another spring lever. I wonder if, does that open? Oh yeah, that works with the throttle. Right, yeah, okay. So never mind about that. That works with the throttle. Right. See if we can just rock this up a bit. Nope. Nope. It's going to have to come right up. Yeah, it's frustrating. Like, I mean, this is what I went through yesterday with that oiler thing. And it doesn't help that there's just nothing, absolutely nothing, to tell you how to do this stuff that I could find. There probably is. I should have rang my father, because he probably maybe even worked on these before or something, I would know. But yeah, all good. All good. It's got to come right out. Should have thought about that, eh? Should have had a look at that and hook that in there. Right, that's right out. That's right out. And out it comes again. us that gasket again. Sorry, right in the way. Okay, so if you're clever like me, you'll do it the hard way. But if you're smart like you, where's that gasket gone? Oh, it's on there. Is it? Nope. Stay on there, you bugger. Where's that gasket gone? The search for the missing gasket now. Oh, there it is. Yeah, if you're smart like you, you'll just do it in one. You'll know to hook that choke up first before you put the carbon. Yay! Now, for the last time, hopefully, you never know though, I could do it again. Just about an hour now. That's fun. I wish it was live. I wish I could do live streaming again. I need 1,000 viewers. I wish I could do live because live was so much more fun. Chatting to people and stuff like that, asking questions while they're doing saws and stuff like that. And basically, I think it was just Steve on there and my dad giving me flack for stuff. Pretty much. Kind of missed that. Missed a bit of banter. Just a bit of banter going on. Hope that throttle's still in there. Yep. The choke lever. That's operating there, and that feels so boogie. It's got nothing, just nice. So you still would have it something engineered, so it's on a nice slide or something like that, you know. Husky out in the middle of freaking nowhere, wandering around all over the show. No keepers, no nothing. But you only need it when you're starting the saw, I guess. I suppose it'd probably feel nicer if it had a newer grommet in there to hold the choke in, but it doesn't. Alright, we got there. That's the carb done. Choke in. So let me give you a quick tour of that. So you can see that goes down there. I'll blip the throttle and it just hooks in down there. Okay, and the choke, I don't know if you can see that, just fits in down underneath there. And all we've got to do is hook up the fuel line now. Next project, I am seriously going to see if I have enough parts to do a 4.6. Someone's asked for one for that, and I was looking through some stuff yesterday, and I was thinking, I'm just going to pop the fuel line in the white, by the way, that's what I'm doing now. I was thinking, man, I was looking through my gaskets and I was like, brand new genuine gaskets for a 4.6 there and things like that, and I was like, man, have I got enough for a 4.6? Have I got enough gear? I may not. But I know I've got bearings. I know I could put the cases all together and everything like that, possibly. And that would be cool. So that's all that. That's all the top of the saw done. Right, let's flip it on the side. We'll get this magneto in, I think, and run the line up for. Oh, I wonder if this thing goes in there. It's got this thingy. And these go. Like that. Like this. Flip around. They flip around. They flip around and go in like that. So I do have to put the magneto in first. And then that runs everything up to the top there. Okay, so we'll do that. There maybe. We've got these little screws in here. They've got a washer on each of them. Just fit in with the magneto. Right. So that goes down in there. It actually has 3 screws that hold it on, and there is a 3rd screw. It's got 3 screws and another washer as well. So we'll chuck those in there. Now these don't have an earth running off them like stills do. That's up by the starter. Start button, that's all earthed into the body, like that. So there's no need for an earth wire to go in underneath these screws. I don't know if you noticed, but I put the managed to get the badge in here as well. That was a bit of fun. But cool to have it on there because it is genuine saw, genuine everything. It's got no aftermarket parts on this saw. It's a genuine 3120. Right, business card. Business card goes in, and you roll this around. So you slide the business card in here. And you roll this around until the magnetos are touching like that. Okay, because this is just spacing. Guys, you need to push hard in here. Alright. Even make sure those are backed off a bit. Yep. The business card is just spacing. With the timing off the flywheel from the magneto. Okay. So make sure you use a business card, because if you don't, it's not going to run right. Right. And when that's done, you can just roll that around, take the business card out. That's why I always carry a business card in my toolbox. So that's done. Goes on there. This thingy goes up through there, and that goes on the top, and that must start to run around here like that. And does that go up to the top? Oh, it goes up and through there. That other wire must run in there as well, so it tucks in there, tucks in there. Gets all in there, like that. I'd say that other wire runs in there as well. And that's got a couple of screws to keep that in as well. I think, oh, maybe I actually think this, the starter, no, it doesn't have any screws. The starter holds it in. The starter cover holds this plastic guard in. And then you've got this, which runs from here all the way around up through here, and there's a little grommet, and this runs up to the starter. So this would run straight and go into there like that, into there, and runs across the top here, or in there with the, it may run in there with the, no it doesn't, there's not enough space, so it just runs across the top here, down into there. That up a bit, a bit of a screwdriver push in there. It sort of overlaps that beginning and the end there for that. Goes down in there, and that goes through there into the starter. And that grommet goes in the hole there. Nope. That's it. Grommet is in. And that just plugs into the back of that starter. Probably easier to do before you put the carb in. Reach in there, pliers, and put this on. Cool, and then that's your magneto all done. And we could probably even put the starter. This saw doesn't have the chain brake either, because remember it's been on a mill. And we'll just put the starter cover back on there. That goes in there. screwdriver. So we're getting hopefully right down to the last bit of it now, where everything's in place. I'll get it going, I'll tune up, and I'll chuck another video of it on there running. Remember, it doesn't have the chain brake because it's been on a mill. I didn't get the chain brake. I didn't get the gears to put in for the oiler, the worm gears, or the gears for running that. They're all somewhere else, so Steve can put them back together and put the chain brake on it if he wants to use it as a big saw, because remember he's got the 090 now for the mill, so I think he's got this he wants to use as a saw for cutting big stuff. I think maybe, unless he just wants this to chuck on the mill as well again, but it may only, it'll undo all the work we've done on it really. Yeah, so that was that. Right, so the top goes on. So it goes up there. Is that right? Yep. Make sure the accelerator throttle cable is out of the way. What is stopping up there? It's just, there we go. Alright. Is that throttle cable out of the way? Yep. Oh, that throttle cable does sort of, it's got a little clip bit that sits up in. It doesn't sit up in there too well, but it's right. It is an old saw. Man, what a relief it all of a sudden comes together after an hour of fiddling around with a flipping carb. So as I say, I'll get this tuned up. And going. That goes in there. And I'll do a video of it running so you can hear it thumping. So I have had this saw running once before. Steve brought it around here for something, I can't remember what it was, and I did start it up. And it did, she's a big thumper, that's for sure. And maybe it's his other one he's got, I don't know. So that top's on now. It's only the bar left to do, the handle. The air filter in. And that sits in there like that. That goes in there. I'll probably have this off when I'm tuning it. That fits down in there. So the last thing, we might as well do it. We might as well get it done. I didn't even actually clean this. So I'll just give it a quick wipe in places. It's actually not that dirty. I'll just chuck this on. Right, so it's got a series of screws, dirt in the holes. There we go. So 2 of these are plastic screws that go in there. They're full of dirt, so I haven't cleaned them. Pressed out. So that just goes in there like that. It's got a smaller one. It goes up in here into that AV mount. The plastic screws, just be careful when you're screwing them in, because you can strip them. That's not fun. I hope someone out there gets some value from me struggling with this saw. And that somewhere along the way you've learnt something. I know I have. I know I have. Definitely learnt something. The last couple of screws go in there. Bigger one. And there we go, Steve's got his saw rebuilt. A lot of effort gone into this, that's for sure. Cleaning, there's hours spent off screen as well, cleaning everything for these saws, making sure it's all nice looking, because I hate putting dirty saws back together. Absolutely hate it. Yeah, so that's that. All done. So, as I said, I will do a video of it running, and once I've fueled it up and she's all going. But yeah, that is finally part 4, I think, part 3 or 4 of the Husqvarna 3120. I'm really glad it's over. Something that's been a good thing for me to conquer. Hopefully it all fires up, and yeah, Steve has his running saw again. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one. and stay still for life. See you later, guys. Bye.